Hi everyone, it's Brittany, and welcome back to my channel. I am going to do just a little haul kind of vlogish type video. My hubby and I are still at our cottage, and we went to the library today. He'll be getting his library card another day, but I got my library card today. At the local library here, because we don't live like in this area, like our cottage is in like a different area from where we live. We have to pay a fee. It's $30 for each of us for a 1-year library card membership thing, which is great because it's not that expensive and it's supporting the library, so that's wonderful. More fantasy books for us, right? And they're free, so that's great. Hence why I love supporting the library, and I love supporting fantasy authors. So, just a little note. I talked a lot in my last video. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch it. About sort of my love of fantasy books and my dislike of contemporaries. Everything I said in that video is true. But one thing I just kind of wanted to add was that also my love of fantasy books extends to whether I'm stressed, whether I'm not stressed, I'm just trying to relax, no matter what. No matter if I'm happy, sad, aggravated, doesn't matter. Because the characters in my favorite fantasy books, I feel connected to them. Like, I feel almost like I'm friends with them. And it's like these wonderful, fantastic worlds that I can just go back and revisit again and again and again and again and again. And I love the fact that it's set in a completely different world, so I can enjoy a world other than this one, either just for fun or if I'm stressed or whatever. I love fantasy books. Fantasy is definitely my genre. I like all fantasy, high fantasy, epic fantasy, urban fantasy. I like it all. My hubby he is also a fantasy nut, but he prefers high and or epic fantasy. Me, I like almost any fantasy. Mostly YA fantasy is what we both read. I do like the odd adult fantasy, but mostly YA fantasy is pretty much what I read, and same with my husband. So, okay, good. Now we've cleared that up. My hubby feels the same way about fantasy books and contemporary books as I do, by the way, so everything that I'm saying, it applies to him as well. Okay, so that being cleared up, yeah, if you want to know more about that, go back and watch that last video that I did, but this is just kind of an add-on to that. So, okay, so I wanted to do for you guys, so like I said, we just got back from the library, and I wanted to just kind of do a little mini haul and just kind of show you guys what I got. So, I did go down to their book sale room. There we go. I did go down to the book sale room, and I did pick out, I'm in my pajamas because I just took a shower, and it's nighttime or evening, and I'm comfortable, so. But yeah, so I went into the book sale room, and I found 2 books in there that I thought were great finds. So the first book that I found in there is part of a series, and this is a series that I've been actually looking forward to reading for some time now, but I've never been able to find the whole series. So I finally decided, you know what, the book was, all the libraries in my local area have book sale rooms, and all the books are by donation. So there's like no prices on them, so you can get like 4 or 5 books for like 75 cents. It's amazing. Amazing, amazing deals. And a lot of them are in good, like almost new condition. So it's great. So the first one that I got from the library here, the book sale room, was this Hunted. That's the cover there. So it says Hunted, a House of Night novel by PC Cast and Kristen Cast. New York Times bestselling authors. Says on the back, dare to enter the House of Night. It has a website, www.houseofnightseries.com. So I'm really excited. This is obviously not the first book. I'm pretty sure it's not. No, I'm right. It's not. It's not. This is not the first book, but you can see all of the kind of raving reviews printed right in the front, right there. And this book is, it sounds like it's kind of a supernatural, kind of a, almost, adjust you guys again. The issue that I'm having is that the kickstand on the back of this thing is great, but it's not the greatest for filming. I have to like prop it up on pillows, and then I have to like get it to sit right. And I had to stop filming for a minute there because my memory card actually ran out of space. Like my memory was full. So to delete a couple of things. There we go. Okay, that's good. Sorry if that's a little bit of an awkward angle, but it's the best I can do right now. I'm sitting on my bed, and my bed is a mess, and my room is a mess. So after I'm done filming this, I have to go and clean it because it's a disaster, and it's really just not putting me in like a very good headspace. So, and then I'm going to, of course, read a little bit. But yeah, so Hunted by PC Cast and Kristen Cast. It's giving me kind of supernatural-ish vibes. Talks about a group of friends. Something about the House of Night, past life, boyfriend front. So like there's obviously like a lot going on with this series that I don't know about. I'm getting very kind of supernaturally type vibes from the cover. So I'll be interested to see like the description of the first book and to see what that's going to be all about. But anyway, yeah. So for the 2 books I'm going to show you, I think I paid like 25 cents for them. So that's really fantastic. So there's that one. Now the next book that I got from there is, I can find it here. I don't know where it went. Doesn't seem to be, this is the bag that they gave me to carry all the books in here. It doesn't seem to be in here. Maybe it's, oh, no, never mind. It's right here at my foot. So this is a classic. And when I saw it, I had to get it. If you know me or if you've been following my channel for a while, you'll know that I love Halloween. Um, Halloween, swimming, like mermaids and swimming, and ice cold water to drink, and fantasy books. Those are my three kind of things, right? And my purses too, like handbags and purses. Those are kind of my, like, my special interests. Yeah, so like mythological creatures like mermaids, purses, handbags, fantasy books, and or adventure fantasy books, and yeah, and Halloween are some of my kind of my special interests. So it's great. So when I found this, I absolutely had to get it. This is, of course, the perfect for Halloween is Dracula by Bram Stoker. This is a classic, and I don't often read classics. I read classics mostly in school because I had to, and I found a lot of them really dry. At one point we did have the option to read Dracula or Frankenstein, but everyone was doing Dracula, and I kind of wanted to, like, stay away from kind of what everyone else was doing. I was a very, like, isolated kid, so, like, isolated in the sense that I didn't really like to interact with people at school. School wasn't, like, a place where I was really happy. I was happiest at home, with my family. So Dracula, is the next book that I have picked up. This one actually looks in really good condition, considering. So I'm really, really happy with this. I'm definitely going to give this a read. I'm going to try maybe to get it read for Halloween. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with this, but for now, Dracula. Okay, now we're getting into the books that I got for myself and for my husband, just on loan from the library. So the first book I got on loan from the library for myself is Caraval by Stephanie Garber. I've heard a lot of reviews and a lot of talk about this book on BookTube, and excuse me, my leg's just falling asleep here. Sorry guys, just give me a second. That's better. I just had to move my leg. Okay, so Caraval by Stephanie Garber. I've heard a lot of talk about this book on BookTube. Excuse me, and I'm really, really interested to start reading it. I think it's going to be great. It sounds, the other thing that I've always, kind of not really been interested in, but it's always kind of intrigued me, has been, like, circuses. Like, not, I don't like the animal acts. That's something that really kind of bothers me, but, that's personal reasons. But, I really love, like, the trapeze acts, like Cirque du Soleil and that kind of thing. So I really am interested to read this. I think it sounds like a really great story, and I love, like, I love the back of this, how they give, like, a ticket, admit one, and then I love how it's kind of set up and laid out. So I'm really excited to read it. I've heard good things about it. I've heard that some people find some of the characters kind of whiny, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I think, if I agree or not. Okay, next up is a book that I actually heard about from one of my favorite booktubers, and that is Hannah from A Clockwork Reader. I absolutely love and adore her channel. It's amazing. I also love Kat from A Paperback Dreams. Those are probably my two favorite channels Oh, and of course, Jay from Captured in Words. Those are probably my 3 favorite channels to watch. I absolutely love them. So if I had to pick a top 3 booktube channels, those would be them. Okay, so, and the book that I've heard about was this Scythe by Neil Shusterman. So I'm really excited to read this and see what I think. Apparently it's about this kind of world where death has essentially been kind of eradicated, and these people are trained people who are essentially given the power to decide who lives and who dies, and they're trained in this, and they're called scythes, and they are essentially given the power to kill people even though the death has been eradicated. So I feel like this is going to be a really interesting story. Yeah, it's definitely kind of like a dystopian type story, it seems like, but I think this is going to be really interesting, and I think it really kind of piques my interest, this whole idea. And of course, like the Grim Reaper, that is really like spooky for me. Like the Grim Reaper has always been something that's really creeped me out. So having something super spooky like that coming up to Halloween, in a couple of months, or in less than a couple of months, is going to be really, really great. I'm really excited to have this book on loan and read it. Okay, so now we're getting into the books that I got for my husband. Like I said, he loves like high and epic fantasy. He's been trying to get into Brandon Sanderson. I did buy him the Mistborn trilogy a while ago. He's been trying to get into it. Right now he's in the middle of Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. He's been trying to get into Mistborn, and trying to get into Brandon Sanderson, but it's been a struggle. So I feel like might need kind of, another book that maybe Sanderson helped write as kind of a segue into more of Sanderson's writing type thing. So the books that I got for him, I'm just going to go through them, well, not super fast, but fairly quickly. So this is the only books by Robert Jordan that they had. New Spring, the novel. It says Begin the Adventure, The Wheel of Time. So I don't know if this is the first book, because it does say Begin the Adventure, so I feel like this could potentially... Oh, no, it's a prequel. This is a prequel book to The Wheel of Time. And then I got him... Sorry if you can hear that psst, psst, psst in the background. The house sometimes makes funny noises. The cottage. So anyway, so the next one I got for him is this Crossroads of Twilight by Robert Jordan again. And it says sequel to the New York Times bestseller Winter's Heart. So he's probably going to want to read Winter's Heart first. He doesn't have it, and the library doesn't have it. They'd have to get it in on-air library loan, so I'm hoping he won't mind just reading this. Next, I got him these two, which are right in succession, which is great. This is Towers of Midnight by Robert Jordan and Brandon Sanderson. And this one comes right after that, and is A Memory of Light by Robert Jordan and Brandon Sanderson. Okay, guys, so I think that's it for this haul. I gotta get going, so I gotta go and help out, and it's gonna be the pup supper time soon, and I gotta clean my room and stuff, so I just wanted to do that haul quickly. If you enjoyed it, please let me know. Let me know down in the comments what your favorite fantasy reads are. I'm always on the lookout for new fantasies for myself and my husband to read, so please, please, please let me know down below what your favorite fantasy reads are. And I hope you all enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out, and I really appreciate it. And I will see you all next time. Alright, guys. Bye!